Hi everyone, this is just trying to play it. We are back with Pumpkin Days, the challenge. Road to 1 million. Now, as you can see, we've got a lot of things going on here. We've got a lot of plots. We've added some. We've done a lot since the last video. Now, I really don't remember what day it was on the last video. I believe it was somewhere in the middle of the season. And, well, we're no longer in the middle of the season, as you can tell. We've done a lot of things. And the reason why I started the video now is because I figured this is as good a time as any while I am doing some farming stuff to, get you up to speed on what's been going on. So, we have meteor tools, as you can see. We have a meteor fishing rod. We got lucky and actually got that recipe not too long ago. So I did my best to try and hurry up and get out there to fish. And I believe we had this recipe for a couple of weeks in game time. So I think the last video is when we first showed that we had this meteor fishing rod, which was wonderful. The meteor watering can came along, I want to say, maybe 3 or 4 days ago. And at first, though, I thought that I did not have enough meteor right in order to do it. And I was actually right, but I kept putting off, or I kept getting into things to do to where I couldn't go to the mines and get it until a couple of days ago. So I was hoping that I could get at least enough meteorite to go ahead and do that, and I got lucky and I did. So that was I guess the mining god smiling on me or whatever, but I will take it and I will not look a gift horse in the mouth. So another thing that occurred was there was a couple of revelations that I had. First, before that, I decided that I was going to, since we had the meteor fishing rod, I went fishing on Piscataris Island or whatever they call it, and I found these little guys here. So I put these little guys in here, and I think I have another one. So I'm putting those in there as well as these. I want to see what happens, basically. That's all. I don't plan on using them as part of our million plan unless I have to, but I just really wanted to see what happened with those. And because we were I'm always farming, I'm always doing stuff, I just like to change it up a little bit and just add a little bit something in there. There's another game that I used to play, I still play it rather, but they had that sort of aspect in there where you could breed fish. And of course, my notion was to take the most expensive fish and see if I could breed those fish to make more money, just get some passive income. Well, it didn't work for me. So I wanted to see if it worked here. So that's my experiment, basically. Now, another thing is coffee. Coffee has been passively accumulating for me. And you probably noticed that as you saw me harvesting and such. Coffee takes 5 days to grow initially. And I don't remember how many days afterwards it takes for it to regrow. But if you look at coffee, you basically pay for your coffee seed in 2 harvests, provided that you didn't spend anything on fertilizer. So in 2 harvests, you've paid for it. I believe coffee gives you at least 5 harvests per season, and it's only in 1 season, unfortunately. So you have paid for your coffee seed time and time again. So the reason why I say that is because I have been spending a little time grinding up coffee. Ground coffee leads to espresso, black coffee, just other things that you can do with it. Well, the coffee seed is only 5. So if I were to sell all of these coffee seeds, yes, I would get okay money, but I'm not maximizing my money. So I decided to try and see what else I could do. I had the espresso recipe for quite some time. I didn't even realize that I had it until I kept the ground coffee in my inventory, because I don't go through those lists. I really don't. I just make what I know I can make and just move on. So that's a flaw of mine sometimes, because sometimes I don't explore too often. But anyway, espresso uses 5 of the ground coffee. Now, you're saying, wow, that's, quite a lot. It kind of is and it kind of isn't. And the reason why I say that is because, I repeat, ground coffee. I'm selling these cloves. I'm not going to use those damn things. I'm not going to use these olives. I might use the bananas though. But what I'm saying is, yes, 5 of these ground coffee, which are now worth 10 once you process them, now become 1 espresso. Espresso is 100, so you're taking, 50 and you're doubling it, and you're making 100. But then your question should be, well, what can espresso make? And I'm glad you would ask that, because if you take 2 espresso, some milk, and a vanilla, you can make cappuccino. Now, 2 espresso is 200. The vanilla is 20. I'm going to have to buy the milk, so I'm going to say milk is 20 as well. So I'm using 100, 240. I think it is. Let's go up here and let's just see. Yes, I don't have any milk. But let's go through the drinks and find cappuccino. There it is. So yeah, I'm using 2 espresso, a vanilla, and a milk. Now, I don't have any milk, obviously, but we're using about 240 to make this thing. Now, 240, you say, brings us 420. Not quite double, but it's not that bad either. So the reason why I bring that up is because I realize that at some point I am not going to be able to grow any of these things here. So when fall 28 hits, that is the last day that I could possibly harvest anything. So because these things take 10 days to grow, I am figuring the 16th, to be safe, is going to be the last day that I can put these things into the ground. The 16th of the fall month. So in the meantime, I should be growing and replanting as many of these as possible, correct? Well, yeah, you would think so. But I have to make sure that somebody always wants a chicken egg. I can do it. But I have to make sure that I don't plant them too late, because I'll just end up losing them, because I won't be able to harvest them before winter. But at the same time, I need to maximize my other things that I'm doing. So I have a bunch of produce that you've seen in my storage bins. Now, what am I doing with that produce? That's a good question. I have no idea, but I'm holding on to them so that I can figure out what to do with that produce. Where'd she go? Is she back here? Is she in here? Oh, she's over here. But yeah, so I am holding on to that produce to figure out what to do with it. Now, some of it is going to get sold just outright. I'm not going to process it into anything. It's probably not worth it for me to process it into anything, but I am going to make sure that, it gets sold and, that money gets counted. So anything that I have is getting done. Now, I may do another mining run just to get those gems and probably see if I can make those add up. It's going to be a grind, especially during winter time. Winter time, I don't think anything of significance can grow. I know stuff grows, but I don't think it's anything of significance. For instance, I think turnips still grow in winter. I think kale grows in winter, but can I grow it? I don't know. I have no idea. So the thing is that I'm trying to find as many things as possible that will help me get to my goal. And I really have 2 full seasons to grow these mushrooms, which is the summer and the fall. And I say 2 full seasons because if you were to get if I had gotten, say, the seeds in early spring, I would have maybe one harvest. Now that would be the beginning. So I would have planted I get 10 of them from where in the mine that I go. I get 10 of them. Now what that does is that gives me an initial set of 10 to play with. And then I in turn will plant those, and I will put fertilizer on them. So those 10 should get me minimum of 50 seeds back. That 50 should then turn around and get me a minimum amount, and then those should give me, so that's what I end up doing. Now I also need enough of fertilizer during that time, so I may sell some of them. I may hustle for those 10 days and try to get as much money as I can to pay for the fertilizer, but things need to be done is basically what I'm saying. So I will do that without any problems, and I will in turn take that money and put it back into fertilizer, and then just keep multiplying out the seeds until I have enough growing, so that, say, in one harvest, because my notion was one harvest is all I needed. So that one harvest, that last harvest on like the 26th, 27th, or the 28th of the month was going to be the day. Now I say the 26th because if you got enough stuff here, you're going to need a little while to harvest that stuff. So I need to make sure that I'm giving myself time to get it all before, the last day. So that's the reason why I say roughly the 26th at the latest is when I need to start harvesting. So I figured that all I needed was that one harvest, which was going to give me that million. The problem with that notion, and let's just talk about it for 1 second or for a few minutes. The problem with that notion is that I have to have enough of these things in the ground to do that. If you look at the math, okay, let's just look at the math with the fertilizer. I am getting 5 per plot. Now you probably have heard me say this so many times, but this time I'm so serious about yes, there's a flaw in it. The flaw is I'm getting 5 per plot. Each plot is giving me 500 basically, because each of them is going to be 100. Each plot is going to give me 500. So in order for me to make sure that I have enough, I have to have, 2,000 plots. So the question is, can I get 2,000 plots down here? I probably can, but am I going to be able to get to all those? Hell no. Hell no. So over the course of time, I have to have planted at least 2,000 of these things, right? That's the way I look at it. Over the period of time, I have to have planted at least 2,000 of these. Now, here's the issue with that. I currently have 5, 10, 15, 20, 21 of these things. Okay? I have 21 times 36, which gives me, let's take a moment to do the math, 756, I think that is correct. So if I have 756 of these things down, that means I need to do this whole field 3 times. 3 times I need to do this whole field. Now, as of right now, at this moment, if I had just planted these today, that's not possible. But since I planted these over a period of time, it is possible. So I have over 700 of these things right now. I'm supposed to do at least 2,000 of them, harvest at least 2,000 of them. I think I can do it because I've already done some before. So let's look at this. Yes, this is a measly $82,000 compared to the million that we're trying to get to. But this 82 grand ensures that I have enough money to buy enough fertilizer to do all of this and don't have to sell any just to get fertilizer. So that basically means that I can harvest these as much as possible, and then at some point, yes, they need to be turned into more seeds in order to cover all of this, in order to be able to cover the number of times that I need to do it. Now, can I do it? I don't know. I really don't know. I'm going to get some of these that's going to harvest today, I believe. So because I think I did the last one on roughly about the 16th or the 15th. I don't quite remember. But I do believe some of these are going to harvest soon. So I decided to take this moment. Plus it's close to a farmer's market. So the farmer's market, my notion was to buy as much milk as possible and to turn the stuff that I have, the cappuccino, the espresso, into cappuccinos. Now that's another thing that I want to do. So that's going to help offset some of it. It's not going to do a lot, but it's going to help offset some of this. And that's the key also. I am going to need some way to offset some of this. Now, here we go. These things are ready. Do you notice the level of illumination of the ones that are ready and the ones that aren't ready yet? Now, I can't tell which stage these other ones are in, and I admit that. But I can tell these are in a different stage than these. So, it is time to harvest. Now, I will be back after I harvest these, and I'm going to replant them. So, I will see you shortly. Okay, we're back. And what I've done is I have harvested everything. I've replanted these. I've replanted the little ones here. So I've done these over here, gotten that done. I've got these 3 plots ready, but I didn't plant any fertilizer because I thought I might lose it if I went to sleep overnight. I don't know why I think that's a thing, but I'm just trying to make sure that I don't mess up. Let's check the channel real quick. I usually fly through them because a lot of these I'm not gonna make, but it still helps to at least get those out of the way so I can get to the ones that I'm actually going to use. Now I'm not gonna sleep that long because I want to get up in time to get as much done as possible on this day. Now, as I said, this is the farmer's market. So let's quickly look at the channel. Pumpkin coconut soup. That's interesting. Doesn't sound too appetizing though. So, you know, I don't know about that one. Don't really know about that. Not appetizing sounding at all. So, okay, let's get started with the watering. Let's get the ones watered that are already down here so maybe they can start their cycle. And like I said, I think the cycles are hourly or so. And let's just get these all watered. Now I'm trying to make sure that the most important ones, which are these, have what they need to keep going and to stay within time, because these actually I need these to be on time. The other ones I don't need to be on time, like the trees and stuff. They can do whatever they want to do, but I missed that last row. But these, I need these to stay on time. And you know why? That's mainly because these have to get done. If I miss a day or two on these, then I'm really looking at, I'm probably shooting myself in the foot at that point. So let's get these down. Let's get all the fertilizer down. I don't think putting fertilizer takes any stamina. But like I said, I don't know if it would have punished me and taken away my fertilizer because I put it in at night and then I went to sleep. So I'm not sure about that. It probably wouldn't have, but I wanted to make sure that that definitely was not the case. So, okay, it looks like we've got... How did that happen? We've got more glowing mushrooms than fertilizer. Did I use the fertilizer on something else by mistake? Is it possible to use fertilizer twice? I don't know. But I'm a little concerned about that now. I mean, it's not a big deal because I was even at first. I was even. So I don't know how that happened. Because it looks like I have 158 as opposed to 86. So I did not know how that happened. Did I not plant something? That could be possible. Let's go through the math here. Something, no. It's definitely planted. They are planted, I think. Let's see, let's equip that. Yeah, they're planted. Yeah, I do not know what happened there. We'll straighten that out later on. Let's make this coconut water because, like I said, the coconut water actually helps me offset a lot of this stuff. Cook that. And let's bring that down here. Yeah, you've noticed that. I mean, I didn't have to use, the bread actually gives you more. But I didn't actually have to use it this time. So there we go. I mean, it looks like we have, there we go. All right, so we've done all of the other ones that we had. I don't know how I got off count with that coconut, not the coconut. I got the coconut water on my mind. I don't know how we got off count with the fertilizer. We can figure that out later, actually, because we can buy some more. But I could have sworn that we were on top of the same amount of fertilizer with the same amount of mushrooms that we had left, unless I'm miscounting. Yeah, I guess I was. I don't know. So I hadn't put those down yet, I guess. So we're going to actually have to do a little more fertilizer and a few more of these just to probably offset everything. Because we've been doing them in lots of 36. And obviously that's not going to be a lot of 36. So we probably have to do about, that's 86 of them. We're probably going to have to do another, 22 or something. Yeah, because I think we're going to have to do another 22 because we put 22 of them on that other plot just to even that out. So let's look over here. Artichoke. Ew, that sounds as bad as it is. I don't even know why we're looking at some of this other stuff because we don't need it. Pumpkinvale. Okay, Wahoo was here. What else does Wahoo have? Cantaloupe, cucumber. Yeah. I noticed that Wahoo Beach, I mean, obviously, since it's a beach, it does not have that much in way of, what am I looking for? It doesn't have that much in way of produce, so to speak, but it has a lot of, tree produce. It has a lot of fruit. So you get mostly fruit from Wahoo Beach. And you can get a lot of vegetables and stuff from Pumpkinvale. Diamond Falls, I don't know. It looks like it might be a mixture. So there is no milk here today. That's fine. Don't really matter because whatever the milk brings itself into market, we will be ready for it. But like I said, Wahoo Beach, yeah, we have a lot of what you call, I guess, exotic stuff. And then Diamond Falls has a little mixture of everything, which is kind of nice to know. So, okay, if we take a look at how much we harvested, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That little thing sneaks up there all the time. Okay, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 8 across times 2. That's 16. And then another 622 times 50. So that's 1100. And then 43. So we got 1143 of these things out of there. Now, that's far from the 10,000 total we're supposed to do, but it's added up in a way. But we needed to add up a little bit quicker than that. We needed to add up a lot quicker than that. So if we do this 1143, that'll give us 114,300, which will put us close to 200,000 right now. 200,000 in cash right now, which puts us a fifth of the way from where we're supposed to be. Now that sounds great, but we're like halfway through the year. So that's not that good. Now, I don't know, honestly, and I should have probably written it down or something. I don't know when I planted these. I have no idea when I planted these. But I do think that I planted a lot of them at one time. So instead of me getting 1 or 2 plots done here, 1 or 2 plots done there, it's going to be more plots. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to actually figure out at the end of roughly on the 15th, okay, middle of the month on the 15th, we're going to take a look at what we have here. So let's say on the 15th, we have harvested some of these plots already. And depending upon how much money we've already gotten, I am going to determine how many more plots I need to put out here in order to ensure that I've got enough that will grow by the end of that month. Because the 15th, 16th are going to be the last days for us to plant these things. Now, I may be, like I said, I may be 100,000 short. If I'm 100,000 short, I probably can do that in the winter. If I'm 200,000 short, I could probably still do it, but it may be pushing it. But I think if I'm a big number short, if I'm half, that's not going to happen. That's not going to happen at all. So I think with that, I am going to probably, let me harvest these over here. Harvest this corn. And I don't know, like I said, which one of these, at sometimes I'm, getting penalized with energy for harvesting, and then sometimes I'm not. So I am not sure. This looks so weird. Look at this dude. Look at him. He's floating out of the tank. Just going up. Look at that. That's just crazy. And then he sails back in here. Now these two guys seem okay. That's just decoration. I mean, it's a pretty tank, but it's like, I don't know. And this dude looks like he's got 4 heads. I don't know. It's just weird. I don't, when they do breeding of stuff like that, I hate to say it, but most times it goes wrong. When they do breeding of fish, it goes really wrong really quickly. Now let's go over here. We may need some more. I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't get any fertilizer right now. Maybe it won't matter. It might not matter right now. Because we're going to plant this last 86. And in all honesty, though, we should just keep on. You know what? I'm going to probably get some more fertilizer anyway. Because it just seems like we just should keep planting regardless of what happens. But I'm not going to get as much fertilizer. I'm going to get like 3 plots at a time of fertilizer. So I'll get 108 even though she only lets me do 100 with each one. Oh, yeah, yeah. Oh, she's like, okay, so she makes her own soap also. So she wants me to get some lavender. Yes, you can have some lavender. So she only needs 3 of them. That's fine. I will get you some lavender in a minute, but right now we're not working on potatoes. I am going to get 100 first, and then I'm going to buy another 8. So we're going to get enough for 3 plots, and then we're going to need, I forgot, those 22 that we had used last time. So there we go. So we now have enough for 6 plots at a time, just in case we're harvesting 6 plots worth of items here. Now, all of these things can honestly go back in there. Maybe I'll just make enough to cover. Yeah, maybe I'll just do another. We have 86 of them. I'll do another 130. So that's what, 65, and then I'll sell the rest of this stuff. So we can do that. Now I could have sold it to her, but I want to fill this bin. I like the feel of that. Get in there. Okay, so 65, that's 68. So we need another 130, I said, right? Yeah, so that's gonna be 65 of these things. What am I thinking about? That's 50, and then that right there is gonna be 65, I said. That's 12, 13, 15. There we go. So the rest of these can get sold. So right here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's 40 grand. Another 40 grand. That's 80, 90, 100,000, 105, 107,800. That's gonna come to us right now. I'm happy with that. I'm happy about that. And we need to harvest some more of these things. So we've got 2, 4, 6, 8 plots left to harvest. So I am actually behind. I need to see if I can catch her for real. I need to catch her and get some more fertilizer, because I need another 72 plots. And I'm glad we didn't go too far. Yes, girl, I need 72 of these things, because you have to fertilize these bad boys. Okay, now that means I'm going to need another 36 of these out of the bin. So the good thing about it is that I didn't sell these all to her, because I would not have been able to turn these into seed. I mean, I would have done it with the rest of them over there, but I would not have been able to, I could have done them with the ones that I'm harvesting, but I would rather have them going now. So I'm going to need another, let me see, that's 2 more plots. I'm going to need 36 of these. So that's 32, 35, and 6. So there we go. So we got 101 going here, which I don't know if that makes any sense or not. It doesn't. It doesn't. Well, I'm going to get them from, you know what? Let's just put these guys in here. Let's just put all of those in there. We're going to put all of those in there, and we're going to get what we need from the ones that we're harvesting now. And this is going to take a minute. This is going to take a hot minute. I'm glad I loaded up on food and stuff, but I don't know if we're going to be able to get these down. Well, yeah, we'll get them down by the 28th. Right now, as long as we get them down as soon as we can, we're good. But it's the ones around the 15th or the 16th that we have to make sure we get them down that day. So it's like first thing in the morning, we've got to put those in. And I don't want to run the risk of passing out. Like right now, passing out would make me cry. Excuse me. I think I would literally cry if I passed out right now, because these things are, I'm trying to fulfill a goal. This is a game. Yes, it is. This is a game. But I'm trying to fulfill a goal. And in the process of said goal, I have a time constraint on me. If I didn't have a time constraint on me, then yeah, I would not care what happened. I would laugh at the fact that I passed out and stuff, because, you know, I mean, there's ways to avoid it, obviously, and we all know those ways. But at the same time, you know, I am trying to do something and at least try to show that it can be done. And if I passed out, man, that will, I'd be basically kicking myself. Is what I would be doing. So, oh my God, there's more over there that need to be done. I forgot I planted all these at the same time. But I'm kind of happy that I did, though, honestly. Because now I can really see, you know, how much this really would bring me. And it may cover all of my slots. But on the other hand, whatever I can get down today, I'm going to get down. And then tomorrow, I'm just going to grab the rest of the fertilizer. I'll have the plots set up. I do believe as long as these haven't sprouted, I can still put fertilizer. But I would rather put the fertilizer first and then put these down. I just don't trust it. You know, I really don't. So, you know, and I don't want to get this far and then mess up like that. Okay, so all of these need to be done. This is, how many plots was this? This was 12 plots. Almost a full 12. Well, I mean, I got all of these down before without using a meteor tool, I think. So it should be a little easier for me to get them all down this time without, you know, well, using a meteor tool. I may actually wait until the last day, or I might, you know what, I'm going to do this row, I think, and then I'm going to put them down. I think that's the best bet on these. I'm going to do this row. Yeah, I'm going to do this row, then get my plots going, and then get my fertilizer on it, and then put my seeds down. I think that's the best alternative. I wish I had, do I have the meteor, the gold, a better hoe? I wonder if it might be worth it for me to try to do a uranium hoe. I'm not sure. Not sure. It might be well worth it. So let's go down here and do this. I mean, at least it's not dark with these things. Jeez. Yeah, this is crazy. Okay, here we go. Yeah, this is a lot of work. I mean, if nothing else, you know, you understand that this is a lot of work and you don't have enough time to do a lot of other things that you might want to do on this game. You have time in the beginning, but toward the end, if this is what you're trying to do, you have little to no time to do this. So please keep that in mind if you decide that this is what you're going to do. That you want to try and hit 1 million in 1 year. You'll realize very quickly how much is involved in that. And I only have these 86 here. So you know what? I'm not going to count I'm gonna start some of these over here. This thing can only hold like 50, I think. So we're gonna put 25 in there, 25 in there. And let's just do this. Let's just do 25 in there. And then 25 in here. There we go. That'll give us 200 of these. So we should be fine. We should be fine. Equipped. Let's eat a bread. Let's see if we can get these in before midnight, because I think that if we can't get it in before midnight and we try to do it at midnight, I think something kind of bad happens. Okay, that leaves us with 19 of these. Can't do 19. At least I don't want to do the 19 and then come back. Oh, we already got 36 over here. These things are pretty quick. Okay, so we have these here. These are going to go here. Okay, then we're going to eat that. Then that. There we go. And then we're going to do these last set. Let's get these. And then if we need any more, we'll do... Oh, God, those are done too. Oh, my goodness. I mean, this is pretty good, though. I kind of like this. I kind of like the fact that they're all getting done at about the same time. You know, because it just helps everything. It just helps everything run a little bit better. So let's get them watered. There we go. So those are ready. These are not ready yet. It looks like these over here are ready. And then we've got 2. So we've got 10 more rows of these things. So honestly, we may not need to do too much. Let's just fill this up. Let's see if we can't fill this up. There we go. So that's full. We can't put any more in there anyway, so we'll let that go. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rows of 8. That's 40 of these here. So that's about 200 grand, which is what we really wanted to see. That's one of the things we really truly wanted to see, because that tells us a lot. That tells us a whole lot. So let's get back in here. Let's go ahead and try to hurry up and look at the television. Cafe con leche. Okay, so now that's probably the coffee with milk. At least that's what it is, I think, for real. You know, it would be nice if it was raining. That will help me out a lot. So we're going to sleep until just before 6. And are we, well, almost a full bar back, but that's fine. I'm not going to get too upset about that. Spicy chicken soup. That's really not that big of a deal for me at the moment. And a gray stone lantern, that's not a big deal for me either. Okay, so what we have here is we have a little bit of time to go through these and try to get these up. Let's see if any of these need it yet. No, they don't. All of this is going to need watering. So we'll worry about watering those later. I need to get these out of the ground and get new ones down. So I should have time to get these up at least before, at a decent hour. Now, I don't know what time that's going to be, but at least at a decent hour, I should be able to get these up out of the ground. And then that means that I can have time to go and get my fertilizer that I need, as well as get these put back in the ground. I should probably see about making that better hoe. Because even though the gold hole is fine, I still have to, it's going to take me 4 actions to do what I need to do. And I think with the uranium hoe, I think the uranium hoe does a 4x4 grid. So the uranium hoe would actually take me 2 actions to do what I need to do. I think. I don't know. No, I think it might take more than that. Because this is a 6x6. Yeah, it might be the same thing. So I'm not going to worry about it right now. I am going to try my best to see if I can get, I don't think I have, I don't know. I think I have the, I think I have the meteor recipe, the meteor hoe recipe. I just don't have enough meteorite to do it with. So that's going to be a big problem. Yeah, I think I only have 1 or 2 meteorite. So I probably need to make plans to go back into the mine very soon and get that. Or at least try to hope that some more of it is there. Because it's been a while since I've been in. It's been a while since I've been in there. Okay, let's just get this harvesting done. I am going to do some of this harvesting, if not all of it. And I am going to do it row by row. So I think my best bet is I will bring you back when I get to the last row. These over here. When I get to those over there, I'll bring you back and then you can see basically how many of these we have harvested. We're going to collect our money and just start adding things up. So I will see you soon. All right, we're back. And as you can see, it is 11:04 p.m. And we really just finished this maybe a couple minutes ago. We have it all down. They're all watered. Everything is done. And as you can see here, this is what's left. Now you're saying, oh, that's not that many. How did you not get that many from there? Well, because what we did was we put the rest of them in here. So you see here we have full 40 slots, which is another 200K. So let's go down and get our money. And you will see exactly what I'm talking about. This is where we want it to be. This is a good place to be. Because we're at least going to get 2 more of those harvests in fall. So we're going to get at least another 400K in the fall, which will put us, now that's 940, that's not that much. And bam, 200K. That is great. That is just absolutely great. There's really nothing here that I want to do for anyone. So that puts us right now at 262,644. So in the morning, now before we did that, we had to go and pick up some more fertilizer, as you may have noticed, because we didn't have enough. So we went in, we got some more fertilizer. We needed to make sure that we had that. And I think I just messed up because I did not get the last of my coffee out of here. So I'm a little pissed off at myself for doing that. But you know what? It's fine. You know, I can lose a little bit of the coffee. I didn't even think about it, to be honest with you. I didn't even think about the fact that it was going to be a new season. I was just trying to hurry up and get those in before it was way too late. So I am going to do my usual. Oh, fish patties. Okay. That doesn't sound too good either. But anyway, we're going to go ahead and do this. It's going to rain tomorrow. So that's great. So that means on the 2nd of the month it's going to rain. We're going to sleep for about 6 hours. And when we get up, our money is there. Oh, it's raining today actually. Well, that's great. So we needed that. So this is a blessing, actually. This is a real blessing for us because we really needed this rain. Now, while we're doing this, we can remove this right here. The corn is no longer valid. Neither is the coffee. Honestly, that coffee, we might use that as another plot for some of these things. We can probably put 2 or 3 more in here. This may be a good day to do it, actually. But if we can get that, we're going to get, like I said, 2 more plots. Well, 2 more harvests in here. So that's going to give us at least an additional 400 grand. So I think we're in a good spot for the most part. Now, it's still going to be a little touchy because we're still going to need maybe 100,000 in a matter of a season, which is asking a whole lot. But I don't think it's impossible. But yeah, it's going to be asking a lot. It's going to be a lot. I mean, I hate to say it like that. Yeah, it's going to be asking a lot. If you can even wrap your mind around that whole saying. So let's see. We've got 72 more spots here. Did I leave any of these in here? Let's make sure there's nothing lingering because my math was a little off earlier and I want to make sure it's not off now. So we're going to need 72. That's going to be 36 of these things. So that's that right there. So we can just let this go through one of those. And we're going to need 36 more, 72 more fertilizer. So let's go get those. Let's check these. Nothing here is ready. Let's collect that. Let's see. These little ones here are not going to be ready at the same time as those big ones. So it kind of gives you a little bit of a break, but not a whole lot. But at least you know that when you get those big ones, that's 200 grand. We did those roughly on the 28th. So at least you know that on around the 10th, you're going to have that plot coming up. And then there's going to be another one at least on the 20th or the 21st because you're going to say that you're going to get those back down. So at least you know you'll get them back down before the 15th or the 16th. So that helps a lot as well because you know you're going to get 2 more harvests out of those. So if we got 200 grand out of each of those harvests, not to mention the ones we couldn't even put in there because the bin was full. But if we got 200 grand out of each of those harvests, then you figure, yes, we're going to get at least another 200 grand. What is this? 200K for that. All right. And there's new books in the library. Okay, so we now have a farming quota. Sugar cane, we can probably do. The cantaloupe, the lentils, we might be able to do. The potato, I think I used all the potatoes. Zucchini, and it's not all of that. And then they want honey too. I don't have any. Well, I could plant some flowers and get the honey toward the end. Spring 1, year 3. Yeah, I don't care. We're not doing anything to that. Bug catching, yeah. Here we go. So she gave me a bug net. It's a regular bug net. That's fine. I'll think about those later. Unaware of the fall festival. It's going to be in Wahoo Beach, which we know. Exchange gifts to the festival days. Okay, so we'll be there at the fall festival, probably. But we have other things to do. We have bigger fish to fry. Milk, wasabi, cocoa powder, ground coffee I can do. Okay, so like I said, we're at 462 grand, which is really good. So now we see a breakthrough. It's kind of like I had a professor in college that tried to teach us Well, he taught me, he taught a bunch of us in his class about compound interest. And the way that he said it was he asked us if we would take, what did he say? He asked us if we wanted to take a penny doubled for the next 30 days, or if we would take $1,000,000 right now. And a lot of people thought about it really, really hard. And a lot of people answered incorrectly. The idea that he was trying to get at, which is what I'm doing on here, is that you're compounding kind of all of these. So I took 10 seeds, 10 harvests of something. I made them into seeds, and then I harvested them. I made them into more than the 10, and then that amount I made into more, and then that amount I put back in and I made it into more. So that's kind of what it is. So that's kind of compounding interest, because you're taking the money that you made and putting it back in there, and then letting that gain more, and then taking that and putting it back and letting that gain more. So yes, I understood exactly what he was saying, but a lot of people kind of didn't, because you're looking at, and don't get me wrong, I get it. I absolutely get it. When you look at something like, from a monetary point of view, if you could get your hands on $1,000,000 right now, you would do it in a heartbeat. There would be no question about it, because you know that $1,000,000 right now would pay for so much. You know, it will cover a lot of things. But the idea is, as you wait over time, you will end up with much more than that $1,000,000. But a lot of people couldn't wrap their mind around that concept, because you started off with such a little amount. Like, I started off with 10 of those small little seeds. You know, it was 10 of them. So it's like, okay, 10 of them, and now I'm sitting up here and I'm shipping out, you know, hundreds of these things. You know, 400, 500, you know, I'm shipping out hundreds on top of hundreds of them. And then it's like, I've got so many of them, I run out of space in the shipping bin to even put them in there. So it's like, yeah, you can't wrap your mind around that sometimes, you know, because it just seems so odd. But, you know, we all know that that sort of thing, you know, happens. But that's basically what, I didn't get my fertilizer. Damn it, I knew I went over there for something, and I ended up getting everything else but what I went over there for. Let me get my fertilizer. And in all honesty, I should just buy a bunch of it. I mean, I may not get 1,000 again, but I think I need a lot. So I'm gonna buy, I need 72 for the one I have. I'm gonna get 100. Let's see, we got 30 plots of 36. I'm gonna get 360. And that should tie us over for a little bit. Still leaves me with 444,000. So that's pretty good. We are roughly halfway there, everyone. So we're close. We're so close. And by us being so close, I think it is safe to say that we can do it. It can be done. But you will see, you notice it is a lot of freaking work. And I don't know if I recommend it for anyone to do it. You could take the first season and try to do it, and then after that do everything else that you're trying to do in order to enjoy the game or whatever the case is. But yeah, I would not personally, I wouldn't do it. I mean, I don't know, it just seems like it's a lot to deal with. So let's see. Let's get these in here. So that's 50 of them. So that's going to be 36 right there. And then the rest should be done shortly. And I'm out of coconut water. I'm always running out of something. Let's see if any of these trees. Yes, some of these are ready. Some of these probably don't have my coconuts though. I don't even know what to do with cinnamon. I don't have any plans to do anything with any cinnamon. These don't look ready. These guys might be. It is the fall. And I don't think I even got all of the trees I was supposed to have gotten for this season, because I started skipping trees mainly because they were kind of in the way. So let's look at here. The potato I can do. Did I just buy zucchini? I don't know if I just bought zucchini or not. Lentils I might have. I think I just bought some honeydew. I got some sugar cane. Yeah, I thought it said honey, but it's honeydew. So I think I have some sugar cane left over. So I will get that out. I don't remember what the bonus was, but I guess we'll find out soon enough. Yes, there's some sugar cane there. So I need 30 of these. I'm pretty sure there's an easier way to do it, like I always say, but you know what? I'm just gonna get it done. I just mostly do that. Whenever I do things, I just get it done until someone can show me an easier way. Sometimes the way I do it is the easier way, and then sometimes it's not. It gets the job done, but I'm never gonna say that something can't be improved upon. Okay, so there's my 36. I'm out of food completely. Oh, Jesus. Let's see. Can I make any kind of other juice? I think I can. Let me look here. I can make some. Oh, great. Sugarcane juice. I don't want to do that. Noodles. Dough, boiled eggs. What other drinks? Apple juice, sugarcane, coconut water, blueberry juice, banana milk, which I don't want to have. I don't even know what these are. I don't even know what those are. Bug repellent. That doesn't sound. Yeah. Let's go and look and see what kind of food we can get. And then I think I am going to put the rest of these in here. That's 5, 6, 7, 8. So that is another. No, I didn't mean to do that. Shit. I'm sorry. I did not mean to do that. I guess I was just clicking too much. Oh, I hate when that happens. Oh, well, let's just turn, you know what? Let's just turn another one into it so we can even it out. Forget it. Okay, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that's another 40,400. So that puts us at 484.9. Provided that I don't spend. Oh, wait a minute. I'm supposed to put the sugar cane in here. Now that's provided that I don't spend any more money. But I'm about to, because I'm about to go buy some stuff to eat. Now that's another thing too. If I were to not spend money on food, then I wouldn't have. I would have that money also. But I don't think that money is really significant. That money that I spent actually helped me to plant all of the stuff that I did plant. So I think it was well worth it. And now if I come up that amount short, then yeah, I'd be pissed off. But I don't think I'm going to come up short that amount. So let's see what she's got today. Fish pasta does not sound good. That none of this stuff sounds good, but you know what? We're going to get the red sauce pasta. And let's see, I don't need that much right now. So we're going to get 15 of them. You can spend 900, get 15 of them. Just in case. And let's go take this to Nikki. Let's go find Nikki. And I know she's running around making deliveries. Yeah, she's all the way over there. Of course she is. She's always in the furthest area. I don't know what these, I don't remember putting those down. But, you know, I think for the most part, we finally, like I said, oh, that corn dog. I can't pass up the corn dog, man. I think for the most part, we're finally in the position to where we're doing really well. We can see those 2 seasons of hard work are now coming into their own right now. We are reaping the rewards of all of that. And I think for the most part, that's really what you want. You know, the first season itself is always going to be, in my opinion anyway, a setup season. It's going to be the season where you get your bearings, you figure out what you're going to do, you learn the ropes. And then the second season is where you make the majority of your money, which is exactly what happened with us. The second season, we made a pretty decent amount of money. Now, it wasn't a lot. And I'm not going to say that it was a lot, but it was a decent amount of money that we made. And because of it, we ended up with a good foundation to be able to get, say, the fertilizer that we needed. We were able to buy the seed maker, which really, we were able to buy a couple of seed makers. We had 4 of them. Wait a minute, get out of there. How did I get in there? We were able to buy 4 seed makers, which really came in handy and came in clutch when we needed to make all of those seeds. We also were able to get, is she on this side or the other side? I think she's on the other side. Wait a minute, am I supposed to? Yeah, she's all the way over there. But I just really feel like we're in a good place right now. I think the things that we were trying to do are now finally doable. We can see a light at the end of the tunnel. And I feel really good about it. I get excited. I'm excited now to get to, you know, that point, just to prove that it can be done. And then, like I said, once I do it, there may be people who have a better idea of how I should have done it. You know, because I know there were mistakes made. Even while I was doing the stuff off camera, I passed out by mistake. Now, I didn't know that I was going to, you know, pass out because I was doing something at a certain time of night. I think it was like midnight. And I decided to plant some seeds. Now, I thought I had a full bar. I guess I was a little short of a full bar. But I could have sworn that I had a full bar. And when I planted the seeds, I went night-night. So I don't know if you lose more stamina after you stayed up past midnight or what the case is. But yeah, I went out. I was out. My bar was completely gone, but normally it would leave just a little bit. This time it left nothing. So I don't know if that's just something that happens after midnight or what, but it really ticked me off at first. But then at the same time, you know, I said to myself, I kind of should have known that something like that might have happened, you know, just because, you know, it's just one of those things with games like this. It just makes sense, you know, that you would have some sort of a penalty if you're doing something after midnight as opposed to doing it during, you know, normal hours, so to speak. So it's my own fault, but if it's a glitch or something, I don't know. I doubt if it is, but it's my own fault for waiting that late. And I didn't. Well, I slept, but I guess I didn't sleep when I should have. So it was just me. Honestly, it was just me. But I will not make that mistake again. So I'm glad it did happen, but it did set me back because they took 10% of my money at the time, and I think at the time I had like 70 grand, so they took like 77K from me, which I did not approve. What I did not appreciate at all. But then again, like I said, it was basically my fault. So I wasn't. I mean, there's no need for me to get upset with anyone else. It was all on me. So let's see, where am I going? To Eugene. So I think that after this, after I deliver this, we're gonna go to sleep. We're gonna deliver this, and we're gonna probably end the episode there. Is Eugene? Are they partying over here? What are they doing? Because from last time I thought Eugene lived. Yeah, he lives over there, so maybe he's over here talking, I guess. I don't know what Eugene's doing over here. Where is he? He's in the library, it looks like. Is he? Is he upstairs? I didn't even realize there was an upstairs to this library. Yeah, he's up here. People hang out at the library, huh? Wow. I didn't realize that. It's kind of cool, that they come here to hang out at the library and stuff and talk. And then they, go about their, merry way afterwards. It's kind of nice. Let's catch up with this dude because I think we have what he needs. It's funny how slow they run because it looks like we're running about the same pace, but we're actually running faster than they are. Okay, so let's see. Who gave me these pants? Yellow board shorts. Probably Charlie. Yeah, they're getting sold, Charlie. Sorry, buddy. But yeah, I think that, we may go recycling once or twice. It's really not that important anymore. But who knows? If I come up 300 short, it'll be because I didn't recycle. But that's the thing. You don't want to come up short. I'd rather have a lot more than what my goal was than to come up short by any stretch. Whether it's $100 or 100,000, I'd rather get more than what I anticipate. And right now, it's possible that I will get more. If I can squeeze in even a small harvest of those seeds, I might be able to do that. And at the same time, if I can find enough milk at the farmer's market, I might be able to do that. Now, let's look over here. There's one set over here that I did not do. That's this one over here. And let's eat this. Okay. There we go. Now let's see how much this really does give back. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. Now, we're going to need more seeds for over there. So we're going to need 34 seeds. So let's go ahead and grab these. We're not going to plant these tonight because something tells me by the time we get to planting them, it's going to be after midnight, and I don't want to tempt fate like I did before. So we're going to just pull these up. We're going to harvest these, and then we're going to put aside enough of them we're going to put enough of them in the seed maker to make the seeds that we need. And that's not going to be that many of them, actually. And then we're going to sell off the rest. And basically that's what we're going to be doing for the rest of this period of time. We're going to make the seeds that we need from the ones that we're harvesting. And then we're going to sell off the rest of the harvest. Okay, so let's see what we've got going on here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 252. So I think if I just make, we've got 252. We have 288 seeds, 88 fertilizer. So let's equal the fertilizer that we have. So if we've got 288, we need 286, which is 143, because we're going to be multiplying, obviously. So let's 143 right there. So let's take these and let's start plucking them in here. You're going to go in there. I'm going to split you two. You're going to go in there. You. And then you. Okay. Now that's going to be something we work on in the morning when we get up. Hopefully it's raining again. We love the rain. We embrace the rain. We really do seriously love the rain in this game. Oh yeah, I put those in there. Okay, so we're gonna throw another set of, some of these should be ready soon too. So we're gonna throw another set of these in there. Wait, let's separate them. Wait, will they do 100? Let's just see. I think they only do 50, but at a time. Okay, so it is 12:52 today. We're not going to sleep all day. We're going to sleep until about 6 a.m. Let's check television and stuff first, though. How to make hot chocolate. Cocoa powder, milk, and sugar. I have some cocoa. The milk is just one of the things that I can't get a hold of. So I'm going to have to stock up on that when I get a chance to. So let's go to sleep. 5 hours is more than enough. And we're up and it's raining again. Thank you, Lord. Thank you. I mean, that is so great. Cooking. I think I just ate some of those. Seaweed, saltwater eel, wasabi. Yeah, it's too many ingredients in that for me to deal with it. Check the weather. Please tell me it's going to rain again. Yes. Fall, I'm hoping is just like any other fall and it rains a lot. So I'm really hoping that happens, because that will help me with all of this nonsense. So, you know what? We're going to end the video there. If you enjoyed the video, please leave me a like. If you didn't enjoy the video, leave me a dislike. Let me know why. I try to get as much as I can in these videos, especially these challenge ones, because there's a lot of tedious stuff going on in here, and I enjoy it, but you may not. So until the next video, this is just trying to play it, saying please stay safe, everyone.